artists. Today we are going to be drawing this amazing, kind of spooky, angry owl. But before we get started, let's look at some pictures of real owls so that we can know best how to draw ours.
This is the close-up of an owl's face. You can see that owls have big eyes with big black pupils in the middle. You can also see that his feathers come down right over his eyes, and he looks like he has eyelashes. Here are a bunch of different owls. Look how they all look so different from one another. We've got black, brown, white. We've got some that look like they have ears pointing up, which those aren't actually their ears, but those are just feathers pointing up. But they all have beaks, and they all have eyes, and they all have feathers. One fact about owls is that owls sleep during the day, and at night they wake up and they hunt rodents, which would be mice or rabbits or other very small animals. This owl looks like he has orange eyes. Here is a pygmy owl. A pygmy owl stays very small, and he has a nice gray color, which is similar to what our owl is going to be. And finally, we have the great horned owl. This great horned owl doesn't actually have horns, but he looks like he does. We're going to take advantage of the fact that these owls have these giant eyebrow-looking feathers that make them look a little bit angry, and we are going to make our owls look kind of crazy like these, with big feathers coming out over their eyes and lots of feathers on their chests. So let's go ahead and get started.
All right, now that we've taken a look at some real owls, we are going to create our own owl. And we're going to start with his eyes because the owl's eyes are very big and a main part of its body that people notice. So we're going to take our black oil pastel and we're just going to make a nice black oval or circle right there on our paper. Then we're going to make a circle around it, and we're going to leave a good amount of space because that's where the color of our eyes is going to be. Then we're going to make one more circle around it so that we really notice those eyes. And maybe you want to give your owl some eyelashes. You can give your owl some eyelashes if you want to. Now, we need to choose a color for our owl's eyes. So I'm going to give you 4 options, but you can really do whatever color you like, green, blue, yellow, or orange. I'm going to choose yellow this time, and I'm going to color in this circle right here. This is the white of his eyes, but we're just going to color in this circle here. And if it gets a little black in it, that's okay. All right, and now's the fun part. We get to make our owl look a little crazy. Sometimes owls actually have bushy eyebrows. And so we're gonna make those eyebrows, and I'm gonna make mine coming down at an angle and a diagonal line. And I'm gonna do a lot of them. That makes it look like it has texture or like it has feathers. He looks a little crazy. Now I'm going to make his beak, and his beak can just be a nice narrow triangle, and I'm going to put a little bit of shading on one side to make it look a little more realistic. Then I'm going to add some feathers. So owl feathers would be long and rounded, so I'm just going to add some feathers all over. This is his belly here. Kind of look like W's, or you could make a huge long line of them like that. And now we're going to put away our oil pastels, and we're going to get out some charcoal. And charcoal is super fun because it is a little messy. So you're going to go over your eyebrows with a little charcoal, and then you're going to go around your eyes to make the curve of your owl's head. And then you're going to go all in the middle here, and you're just going to kind of scribble it in. You don't even have to be careful in this part at all, because we want our owl to look like he has some crazy feathers. Once you're finished with your charcoal, you can set that aside, and if your hands are a little dirty, you might want to wipe them on a baby wipe or something, or wash them. But now is another fun part. We're gonna take a napkin or a paper towel and we're gonna put it on our hand and we are gonna smudge this charcoal so that our owl actually looks gray. We're not gonna go on top of his eyes because we want them to stay nice and bright. And I might go around his beak too. But we're going all over. Okay, once we finish with that part, we're gonna take our owl and we are going to cut him out, which really means basically cutting the top off. And then you're gonna choose a paper to glue him on. And I'm choosing a yellow paper because I made yellow eyes. So we'll just go ahead and take our glue stick and glue him on. There's my crazy, maybe even spooky owl. I can just imagine him up in the trees saying, hoo, hoo. I hope you had fun.